Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is Sam and welcome back to another video with me here at Sam of Somali. Today we're doing a little app review. As a lot of you guys know, I've been learning Somali for about a year now, or maybe a couple of years now, and I'm always looking forward to finding new resources and stuff like that, and obviously always encouraging you guys to email me and put in the comments and stuff if you know any apps or any books or any courses that are really good for learning Somali, so I can do a little review of them, and then just put out a video for you guys and let you know my thoughts and stuff. So what we're going to do today is, when I was scrolling through the App Store recently, I found a little app called Somali Bubble Bath, and I thought I'd do a little review of it, so that's what we're going to get into in this video. At the end, I'm going to go over things like, is it even a particularly good app? Is it good to interact with? What sort of age group is it for? And things like that. So, and if you have any more questions about it, then put them in the comments and I'll talk to you guys about it. So let's get straight into it, have a little look at this app. So on a pretty regular basis, I just bring out my phone like this and bring on my app store. I'm on Android, so but I'm sure this stuff is still available for those of you who are on Apple anyway. But as you can see, Learn Somali is obviously always high in what I search for. This top one, Learn Somali Language, I would not recommend that, because there's literally just a link to the YouTube search, Learn Somali Language, and there's videos of me in there, so I would not encourage that. You go in there and no, they don't even have pictures of the actual app itself, but anyway, it's pretty much just a link to the YouTube search that. But anyway, this one down is the one that intrigued me. I don't know how new it is, because I hadn't looked on the App Store for a little while, but I am always looking for new apps and stuff for learning Somali. So anyway, let's open her up. Obviously, I've already installed it, so let's open it up and see what we get. Okay, this is how we begin, as it's loading up. Ugh. Okay, a bit of theme music in the background. So okay, let's start it. Let's see what it looks like inside. So you have a load of topics already up. So I guess that it's mostly for learning vocab. You've got ads in the advert as well. You've got ads in the app too. Body parts, numbers, animals, verbs. I don't know if that actually conjugates verbs. We'll have a look at that though. But let's maybe start off with body parts. So a little bit like Duolingo, if any of you have ever used Duolingo, like there's sort of gamification of it, like you unlock new levels when you get through it and stuff. I don't know if you have to pay for that, but we'll see. So it's like this, basically, yeah? So you have these bubbles coming up like this, and one of the criticisms of it is that the fonts are not particularly easy to read, but yeah, Agta. So eyes, that's wrong. Agta, foot. Okay, I know that head already is like madah. So as soon as madah has come up, head, afka, mouth. Yeah. So you just click the bubbles and then see the other side. So it is quite good actually for learning vocab. Ga'anta. Butt. Right. Cool. Sanka, let's try this. That's wrong. Sanka, nose. Ududa, arms. Yeah, I think I'm not sure how, we've already started to repeat the vocab, like madah is already there again. So I don't know how broad the vocab is really. I mean, we've only seen sort of like 6 words on here, so I'm not sure how sort of, like it doesn't seem particularly broad, the vocab. But it is still quite cool though. It is still quite cool. I don't know how to get back. Oh yeah, just quit like that. So that brings us back. Level 1, you go back to home like this. So let's have a little look in verbs. Let's see if it does actually encourage you to conjugate verbs, or if it is just like learning vocab. It seems more just like a flashcard app more than anything else. Istagi, I've heard. I don't know if I've heard it wrong. Or Achren. So yeah. Let's see what we've got. See, your unid, you don't normally hear it like unid and fadiso. It's more like they're using the imperatives in it rather than, well, the imperatives are the infinitives. That's actually something quite interesting. Karin, cook. Sehashot, sleep. That's not the verb I've heard for sleep. There's another verb for sleep that I've heard before. So I don't know if there's ab. Yeah, abid. Oh, I haven't had. Well, ab is usually the imperative for drink. So anyways, let's go back. So no, that's the answer to our question. It doesn't encourage you to conjugate verbs or anything. It is literally just to memorize a particular form of the verb. But for beginners, I think it's quite cool, and something quite nice about it is that it's been made sort of accessible for younger children as well, which is quite cool. Yeah, and improve your understanding. There's only really it only really encourages you to understand Somali rather than actually using it yourself. It doesn't encourage you to like produce or type Somali at all. So that's kind of what the app looks like inside. Yeah, it just brings you to a menu in the beginning. I don't know if there are other levels, because there's a little menu along the bottom here, these red dots along the bottom. So that leads me to think that it's a lot bigger than this, and maybe you need to unlock them. That's quite nice, little gamification of learning Somali. Like, this is sort of the first app for learning Somali that I've ever seen, which is anything other than just a load of phrases. You know, so like I've always liked the idea of creating stuff like this, and obviously I don't really have the resources to me at the moment to create something like that, but in the future, like once I've reviewed all of these apps and I've got really, really good knowledge of them, I'd love to, like, you know, channel my efforts into creating something like this. But yeah, so that's it. Go ahead and check it out. Yeah, go ahead and check it out, see what you think. I'm going to do a little sit down now, just a little review of it, and give you some other thoughts on it like that. And, you know, obviously let me know in the comments if you've got any thoughts on this app, particularly if you're going to go and download it or what you think about it. So just some of my last thoughts on the app before I just round off the video is that, number one, like, apps really for learning from are just incredible. Like, there's an amazing opportunity for me teaching and learning languages through apps now. Like, I mean, like apps are like the real world now. Like, more of your attention among my viewers, especially because I know like most of you guys are like in your 20s, like millennials, like more attention is in apps these days than it is actually like in the real world, and that's just a bit crazy. So apps are really, really cool actually. So that's why I want to do more reviews of them and stuff like that. And the amount of time people spend on Snapchat, Instagram, stuff like that. A little question of the day actually that I'd like to know from you guys is, which apps do you spend the most time in? Like, because my Snapchat game is not strong at the moment, but I get a lot of people contacting me saying, you know, I'm on Snapchat, and you know, like, but you're not, and like, are you on Snapchat, blah, blah, blah. So let me know in the comments which app you spend the most time on, because that'd be really good feedback for me as well, to know where you spend the most time. Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on, you know, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat? So that's one thing. So like, just generally apps, but like specifically to do with this app, like, there's only like 500 downloads as well, which is obviously really small, but it ranks really high. Like, if you type "learn Somali" in the App Store, like, this Somali bubble bath is one of the highest. Yeah, and even the branding of that suggests that it's quite young, like it's pitched for children. Really, that's interesting as well, that children are using apps and stuff. Like, I'm terrified of the idea of my son you just having access to the App Store and using, you know, having loads of screen time and stuff. But yeah, anyway, so like only 500 downloads. If you think that it's a good app and stuff, let me know in the comments. I'd really like to hear from you guys. And if you have any other questions about it, then you just let me know. So the last comments on it are, I wouldn't recommend it for grammar at all. Like, having a well-rounded understanding of Somali, I wouldn't recommend this app for at all. If you're interested just as a beginner in picking up a little bit of vocab and becoming familiar with like the roots of some words, just learning that like generally words that come from ab are to do with drinking, and words that, like, you know, you get the word abitan meaning drinks, and you get the word like wan abay, like that's two words, but it means like I drank and stuff like that. Then you'd pick up that sort of stuff from the app, and very, very brief vocab. I mean, I think in each of those topics, like when we looked together at the body parts one, there were what, like 6 words or 7 words. You know, like, it's not really enough, but as I say, like, I think even to do with judging from the name, it is just pitched at young people and absolute beginners. So for them, I suppose it's not entirely, you know, badly suited. So that's everything from me for now. Yeah, if you liked this video and you thought that it was beneficial, don't forget to like and share it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.